Yeah, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Frankie.
And it's your boy Mike. Welcome to the Soul by Soul YouTube channel. We're back with another one today, a very special video, man.
But before we get into today's video, y'all, we need y'all to do two things for us. Go ahead and hit that like button, and after you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can subscribe to stay up to date with everything happening at Soul by Soul. Air Max month has come and gone, and boy, oh boy, did we get blessed. The day after Air Max Day, your boys went to the sneakers app, took their shot, and the sneaker gods blessed us because we have in our possession today a special Air Max box. That's right, y'all. We have the Nike Air Max 1 Kiss of Death in our possession. This is the much anticipated collaboration between Nike and Edison Chen, who runs the Clot brand. Back in 2006, this was Clot's first Nike collaboration, and 15 years later, the day after Air Max Day, in commemoration of Air Max month, they're back again. They're a lot different though, but before we get into the sneaker, let's talk a little bit about this box because it got some hits to it. So looking at the box at first glance, you already see like the Nike in black logo at the top, and then streaking across the swoosh is this same graphic that was included in the original 2006 box. It's got these markings as well as what appears to be a sole of a foot. And this sneaker, as you'll see, really speaks to the inner makings of a human foot. So that's on the top of the box. On the side of the box, you've got the Clot logo. On another side, you got the Nike logo. And so the cool thing about this box is once you open it, not only are you met with some special paper, but also at the top of the box inside, there is kind of like this menu of sorts of Chinese characters. But what it is, it's different parts of your body. So it has things like sinus, cerebrum, cerebellum, neck, lungs, stomach, just all these different characters to associate with a particular body part. And I just think that's really fire considering the fact that this shoe itself is inspired by the human foot. This is the 2021 Air Max 1 Kiss of Death. For whatever reason, they were labeled as net on sneakers. Don't know why. Nike doesn't explain why in sneakers, but this is the Kiss of Death, all right? So as you can see, there is some differences between the 2006 editions to the 2021 editions. The biggest telling is the heel is now a red reflective with the orange logo on the back. The original was just straight orange. You also have the outsole in this icy blue tone, which was not the case on the original. And on the outsole, instead of a human foot as the imagery, what you see here are actually the pressure points of the human foot. So kind of like going an extra mile to kind of show the inner workings of a human foot. I really like this detail. I think it really made it pop. Initially, I was thinking to myself like, oh, these are like jewels or something. Like, I think that's dope. But the fact that like it's synonymous with the theme of this shoe being inspired by the human foot, I thought that was really cool. And then the other difference is the toe box is now perforated to allow for ventilation. The originals weren't, so your foot was just in there, no air was coming in, nothing like that. So that's a cool addition to allow the feet to breathe. Moving up the shoe, you got some brown laces to highlight with the brown suede material. And then at the top, you have these kind of neon green holes for the laces to go into, as well as the Nike Air Max logo being in a neon green as well. All in all, this is a really clean shoe, a really solid shoe. Personally, I'm thinking about actually changing these brown laces to be a neon green. Am I crazy? Am I smart? Let us know in the comment section because I'm interested to hear what y'all think.
I'm seeing these and it's just the details for me. It's a lot of real cool details. It's fitting a theme. I know you're a story guy, so you know that's definitely speaking to you right there. And I think initially I saw these in the DJ Khaled kind of unveiling of a bunch of sneakers that he received from Jordan Nike brand. So these were one of them. So I was hyped to see them come back. I actually didn't know much about the story back in the day and how they were out and about in '06, but I was glad to see a sneaker coming back standing the test of time, coming back 15 years later. So from what you just showed, these are dope, man. And I'm just like a sock guy, right? So I would love to sport those, get some dope socks that are gonna show through the clear toe box. So I think these are really a banger. They're different, you know, not all, not any really Air Maxes are like that. So I think that's a dope sneaker for real.
I'm gonna have to hit you up on some sock recommendations, by the way, because I gotta make sure that I'm coming correct with the sock game, because I feel like the sock game is just as important as the shoe game with these.
Right. Something that stood out to me or surprised me was just kind of the resell on these. I feel like they were gaining a lot of hype, but for some reason, looking at it, the resale value is not as high as I thought it might be. I thought it was gonna hit, you know, the threes and whatnot, but it seems that, you know, these sneakers in most sizes are under $200 on the resale market. Seeing it on Khaled Snap, you know, back in the day, sneaker lovers and sneakerheads knowing about this sneaker and propping it up for the Air Max they released. So I really thought it was gonna be a bigger hit. But hey, man, that might even make me get it for resale now because it's not, you know, that expensive. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but that was interesting to me.
Maybe it strays away from the initial release of the 2006 and that there is a bit of a difference here. Maybe it's because, hey, man, a lot of Air Maxes have actually dropped. And if you're an Air Max head, you know, maybe you got the Bacons and you're like, all right, I'm good. I don't need the Kiss of Death in my collection. Maybe it's also the see-through in the toe box. Anybody who has this in their collection ups their collection and also just can showcase something that's different from what already is the norm. What do we think about wearability with the Nike Air Max 1 Kiss of Death?
It's gonna take a careful styling situation to get these right. I do think they're wearable in terms of, you know, the types of colors. Like it's more so neutral than anything with like that beige color and the tones that go with it. So I would think it's pretty much the middle of the road. The see-through detail, like you mentioned, could throw people off. So I'm gonna put it right in the middle there. It could be hard to actually wear on a consistent basis. And one other note is like, if you wear that sneaker, you're gonna have to wait a little bit to pull it back out because people are gonna notice that off rip.
I'm gonna put these in a middle tier of wearability. This is a shoe that, you know, you wanna pull out to make a statement. You wanna pull out for the gram flicks. You wanna pull out on a trip, on a vacation. Like, this is the shoe for an occasion. This isn't a shoe for everyday wearing.
So in terms of innovation, Frankie, break it down for us, man.
10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, 12 out of 10. I don't care. Anything below a 10, you're messing around. These shoes are off the charts when it comes to innovation. From the see-through at the toe box to the outsole being all the pressure points of a human foot, to the red reflective on the heel. Like, they took their time with this shoe, Mike. They took their time with it. And I'm gonna give them the flowers for all the innovation and all the hard work that they put into this. The Air Max 1 is one of the top silhouettes of all time. And for them to take it and just go crazy with it and go so detailed with it, you gotta give credit where credit's due. Innovation for me is high tier.
During that time especially, it was ahead of its time with that type of detailing on the coveted Air Max 1. And then nowadays, fast forward to now, I feel like they just up the ante on that silhouette that had already come up, you know, having, you know, the perforated toe box, having the different details on the outsole, having, you know, the see-through go right into the insole. Like, I don't know, I feel like they tried to revamp the model that they had. So yeah, innovation is crazy on this one, man.
Where are we gonna rank these shoes when the year is over, Mike?
I think that if it was all about like what the innovation, creativity, technology in the sneaker would be, these would be super high. I think because of some of the other points that we're seeing I think when considering the hype or the resale or how talked about these are, I would say it's not going to be a high tier sneaker. It might not break through into the top 10. But in terms of Air Maxes, you gotta love it. You gotta appreciate it for this year. And I'm happy that it came back on Air Max Day.
I think on a personal note, you know, if I was ranking my personal cops of 2021, I know the year's still young, but we've been getting blessed so far. I would put these in the top 10, probably in the lower level of the top 10, just off of the innovation and storytelling alone.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in today to the Soul by Soul YouTube channel. Please like this video. Please comment on this video. Please share it. Subscribe to your peoples. Let them know about us. And please follow us on the gram @_SoulXSoul. All right. And hey, man, we might have another Air Max Day sneaker to review. Just saying. So tune in. We'll catch you the next time.